Hello, my dear students. Welcome to chemistry classes. Okay, in the previous session or in the previous video, we have discussed about rate of reaction. So, what do you mean by rate of reaction? The rate of reaction is nothing but the change in the concentration of any one of the reactant or any one of the product with respect to time. This is nothing but our rate of reaction. So, now we'll discuss further about rate of reaction. A rate of reaction can be calculated or can be given in two terms, in terms of reactant or in terms of product. So we can calculate rate of reaction by using the concentration of reactant or by using the concentration of product. So let's see how we can calculate. So here the rate of a chemical reaction can be given by rate of decrease in the concentration of any one of the reactant. If I calculate the rate of decrease in the concentration of any one of the reactant, I can get the rate of the reaction, or the rate of increase in the concentration of any one of the products. The rate of increase in the concentration of any one of the product. If I calculate this thing, then also I am going to get the rate of the reaction. Both are equal. Both are equal. Why they are equal? Why? Because during a chemical reaction, what happens? The reactant is taken initially. The concentration of reactant is maximum. After some time, what happens? As time lapses, the reaction proceeds. The concentration of reactant goes on decreasing, and concentration of product goes on increasing. So, decrease in the concentration of reactant is exactly equal to the increase in the concentration of product. So, the rate of reaction calculated by using decrease in the rate of reactant, it must be equal to calculated by using the rate of reaction by increasing the rate of product, isn't it? So in a chemical reaction, the decrease in the concentration of reactant is equal to increase in the concentration of product. So if I may calculate the rate of reaction with respect to concentration of reactant or with respect to concentration of product, both are same. I am going to get the same answer by using them. Okay, so let us understand this is more clearly. Consider a reaction. I will consider a general chemical reaction. R changes to P. R means our reactant and P means product. R is changing into P. So R undergoing chemical reaction to give P. So in this reaction, if R1 and R2, this square bracket indicates concentration. In chemistry, in physical chemistry, anything written in square bracket indicates the chemical concentration. R1 means initial concentration and P1 means initial concentration of the product. So change in the this is the concentration of reactant and concentration of product at time t1. This is the concentration of reactant, concentration of product at time t1. They are mentioned by 1 and 1. And these two are the concentration of reactant and concentration of product at time t2. At time t2. So R2 minus R1 is equals to delta R. Delta indicates change. Delta means what? Change. Please remember, if anywhere delta is used, this indicates change. If D is used, small change, infinitesimally small change. Delta is used for large change and D is used for small change. So change in the concentration of reactant, delta R. P2 minus P1, concentration of product at time T2 minus concentration of product at time T1 is equals to change in the concentration of product. T2 minus T1 is change in the time. So by using these parameters, we can calculate rate of reaction. First, this thing, rate of decrease in the concentration. By using this, how we can calculate rate of reaction? Rate of disappearance of R. So during the chemical reaction, what happens? If I take a beaker, if I start a chemical reaction in this, what happens? The concentration of reactant goes on decreasing and the concentration of product goes on increasing. So the reactant goes on decreasing means what? Disappears. The reactant disappears. The rate of disappearance of R, the rate of decrease of R is nothing but the rate of disappearance of R is equals to decrease in the concentration of R divided by time taken. So here, if I want to calculate rate of reaction, I can calculate rate of reaction by the rate of disappearance of R, the rate of disappearance of reactant. This is equal to, this is given by, how we can calculate this? Decrease in the concentration of reactant, time taken divided by time taken. So here the decrease in the concentration of reactant, for this decrease how much time is taken, isn't it? So decrease in the concentration of reactant divided by time taken can give the rate of disappearance of R. This is nothing but rate of a reaction with respect to concentration of reactant. How we can write this? This is equals to, here decrease, for the decrease I have used negative symbol. This negative sign indicates the reactant concentration goes on decreasing, so I have used minus. Delta R divided by delta T. Delta T means what? Concentration of R. This is time taken, change in the time, isn't it? Next, if I want to calculate rate of reaction with respect to concentration of P, now how we can write? The rate of appearance of product, the rate of appearance. If reactant is disappeared, product is appeared. So as the concentration of reactant goes on decreasing, concentration of product goes on increasing. So the rate of appearance of product is equals to increase in the concentration of product divided by time taken. Here the increase in the the rate of appearance of product is nothing but increase in the concentration of product. For this increase, how much time is taken? This is equals to plus. What does plus indicates? The positive sign indicates that the concentration of product goes on increasing. So I have used the positive. Delta P divided by delta T. So the delta P indicates concentration of product and delta T indicates change in the time. So simply now ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ನಾವು ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. ಹೆಂಗಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್, ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಕಾಣೆ ಆಗೋದು. ನಾವು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಣೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದ ಯಾವ ತರ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆ ತರ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ತರ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು? ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ can be given as rate of disappearance of reactant is equals to decrease in the concentration of R. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಯಾವುದು reactant concentration ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ that is divided by time taken for this decrease. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ and ಇಷ್ಟು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಇದನ್ನ ಎರಡು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ? ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ವಿತ್ the velocity of the reaction. The velocity of the reaction can be compared with the velocity of a vehicle. Velocity of a vehicle ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವ. ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದೇನು? ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ divided by time. This is with respect to concentration of R, this is with respect to concentration of P. So ನಾವು ಎರಡು ತರ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, the unit of rate of reaction. And what is the unit of rate of reaction? See here, generally, see here, if a rate is given in terms of product, concentration of product or concentration of reactant or concentration of product, in both the cases we have considered concentration of reactant and concentration of product. Means generally you can take the concentration divided by time. The rate of reaction is nothing but the concentration of reactant or product divided by time. Concentration divided by time. So what is the unit of concentration? The concentration may be expressed as mole per liter. Mole per liter. The time is expressed as per second. Time is expressed as second. So the second comes to numerator. What happens? It becomes per second. Therefore, unit of rate of reaction is mole per liter per second. Please remember, mole per liter per second. This is the unit of rate of reaction. Unit of rate of reaction. Okay. Next, there comes the two important bits. The first one is average rate of reaction and instantaneous rate of reaction. The first one is average rate of reaction, second one is instantaneous rate of reaction. So let us see what is average rate of reaction. Change in average rate of reaction can be given as change in the concentration of reactant or product over time interval. Change in the concentration of reactant or product over a given time interval. So that is called as average rate of reaction. So now we have to study ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so let us consider a vehicle is moving from point A to point B. ಒಂದು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. The vehicle is moving from point A to point B. The distance between them is around 10 km. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು 10 km ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಈಗ, ಹೌದಾ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಂದು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಆ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು B ಗೆ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬಹುದು ನಾವು? ದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಅ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್, ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟೆಡ್? ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಬೈ ದ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಟು ರೀಚ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎ. ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎ ದಿಂದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಗೆ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗೋಕೆ ಆ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ 10 minutes. The vehicle is taken 10 minutes from A to B. So velocity is equals to what happens? Velocity of that vehicle is equals to the distance covered by the vehicle divided by time taken by the vehicle. So 10 minutes. So idradu velocity ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು? The velocity of this vehicle can be called as average velocity. Why it is average? See here, vehicle is started at the point A and it is reached point B. On reaching point B, the vehicle at this point, the velocity of vehicle may be higher than 10 km. See here, it will be 1 km per minute. The velocity of the vehicle is 1 km per minute at point A to at the point C. On reaching A to B, at the point C, the velocity of the vehicle, it may be 5 km per minute, or here it may be 0.1 km per minute, or at this point the velocity of the vehicle, it may be 0.001 km per minute. So isn't it? So we are not bothering about the velocity of the vehicle at a particular point, but we are bothering about the time taken by the vehicle to reach the point A, point B, the point B from point A. So the velocity of this vehicle is nothing but average velocity. We can call it as average velocity. Means the velocity of the vehicle in a given interval of time. So there may be change in the velocity of vehicle, but we are not bothering about that change, but we are considering on moving from A to B, the total time taken by the vehicle, that decides the velocity of the vehicle. This is called as average velocity. See here, average velocity ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಒಂದು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ A ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ B ಗೆ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಹೌದಾ. ಇದರ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ 10 km ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಇಷ್ಟು ರೀಚ್ ಆಗೋಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ? 10 minute ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ 10 minute ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಏನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಅದರ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತಾ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಹೌದಾ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಲವು ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಈ ತರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದಾ. ಬಟ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಎ ದಿಂದ ಬಿ ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 10 minute ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ, ಹೌದಾ. ಸೊ ಆನ್ ಆನ್ ಎವರೇಜ್ ಇದ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿತು? ನಮ್ದು 1 km per minute ಉಳಿತು, ಹೌದಾ. ಸೊ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. If I want to calculate velocity of the vehicle at the particular point C, this is called as instantaneous velocity. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್. ಟೈಮ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಇದನ್ನ ಎವರೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಟ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸಿ ಬೇಡ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು? ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾನು? ದ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ it may be 0.5 kilometer per minute. So this is our instantaneous velocity at this point. ಹೌದಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಎವರೇಜ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ, ಎಟ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಏನು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ. ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ instantaneous rate of reaction and average rate of reaction. Instantaneous rate of reaction and average rate of reaction. So here the change in the concentration of reactant or product over a time interval, over a given time interval, is called as average rate of reaction. The rate is equals to dx by dt. Dx is nothing but change in the concentration of reactant or product. So this negative sign indicates a decrease in the concentration of reactant with respect to time. So how we can represent this graphically? We can represent this as, so this is time, this is x-axis, it indicates time, and this is concentration of R. So along y-axis I have taken concentration of R, along x-axis I have taken time. So now what happens? As time lapses, concentration of reactant goes on decreasing, isn't it? Time ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮಗೆ concentration of reactant ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, decrease ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Now I want to calculate the rate of reaction at this interval. I want to calculate the rate of reaction at this particular interval of time. How we can calculate? See here, here this is the, at this point I will take time as t1, at this point time as t2, because I am going from this to this, time is increasing. Here this is our concentration R1 and concentration R2. Now average velocity rate, average rate of reaction is given as, how we can give average rate? So minus decrease in the concentration of R divided by time taken. This is nothing but minus delta R indicates what? Here this is nothing but R2 minus R1 divided by T2 minus T1. So this is our average velocity of a reaction, or average rate of a reaction, means the rate of reaction in between this time interval. Which time interval? T2 and T1. In between these two times, the what will be the rate of our reaction? This is called as average rate of reaction. If I want to calculate rate of reaction at this particular point, this is called as instantaneous rate. This is average rate, this is instantaneous rate. To calculate instantaneous rate, I have to draw a tangent to the line, tangent to the point, and slope of this tangent will give the instantaneous rate of reaction. So what is this? This indicates change in the concentration. The change in concentration is taken as dr. This is dt, small change in the time. This is small change in the concentration of reactant. So R instantaneous rate of reaction is given as, so how we can write, minus dr divided by dt is nothing but, so how we can calculate this? This is nothing but concentration of divided by concentration of reactant divided by concentration of reactant divided by time is nothing but this by this is nothing but slope. So minus slope can give the rate of the reaction, instantaneous rate instantaneous rate of the reaction. This is average rate of the reaction. This is with respect to reactant, and we can calculate rate of reaction with respect to product. See here how we can calculate this. Here only I will draw. So you can draw like this. Here in this case, here also this is time axis, and this this is concentration of product. Here along this concentration of product, initially concentration of product is 0. As time lapses, concentration of product goes on increasing. The product concentration goes on increases. So in the previous graph we saw that the concentration of reactant goes on decreasing. Here the concentration of product goes on increasing with respect to time. Here if I want to calculate average rate of reaction in between these 2 points, how to calculate? So this is my time t1. At this point the time will be t2, and this is our product p1, here the product p2. So R average is equals to, average rate of reaction is equals to, how we can write, plus delta P divided by delta T. This is equals to delta, here positive sign indicates increase. So this is P2 minus P1 divided by T2 minus T1. Okay, so by this we can calculate the average rate of this reaction. If I want to calculate the rate of reaction at this point, instantaneous rate, how to calculate? Again I have to draw a tangent to the line. It can be calculated by using tangent of secant. Okay, so this will be our what? This is change in the concentration of product. This is change in the time. This is equals to R instantaneous is equals to what? How to calculate this? R instantaneous is equals to dP divided by dt is equals to slope. So like that, so by like this we can calculate the rate of reaction, average rate of reaction and instantaneous rate of reaction. So these two are very simple. I hope all of you understood this. Okay, thank you so much for watching.